Hey, what's up guys, Rep here. You know, we really can't catch a break, can we? So a few days ago when I posted my trilogy, my third video covering the Skullgirls censorship controversy, I thought, surely, that is it. It can't get any worse. But within 1 hour of posting that video, I was already getting tagged in several tweets showing the latest development that we're going to cover today, and that's the fact that Steam has censored over 5,500 recent negative reviews of Skullgirls. Now, let's quickly remind ourselves where we are, a very fast rundown here. So about 2 weeks ago, Skullgirls, a franchise known for its fan service, came out and said that they are going to remove a large volume of their fan service from their games, and that is including games that have been out for over a decade at this point. And of course, a bunch of weirdos on Twitter used this opportunity to show off their bootlicking and schizophrenia by claiming this is some big win on people because, well, they like anime and that just makes them upset for some reason. But the proof was in the pudding. The real fans of this franchise were very, very upset and confused, and that was reflected in the review bombing on Steam, okay? At one point, the most recent screenshot that will be very relevant to the rest of this video, there was over 5,000 mostly negative recent reviews of Skullgirls. And that's hardly surprising when they take away a core aspect of that franchise overnight. So the latest update that we covered 2 days ago involved this situation where it got even worse when Discord messages between this person Aatrox, who is a Skullgirls developer, and an artist named Miyazaki were leaked onto Twitter. Now you can read through them for yourselves. They're pretty bad, okay? We covered them in depth in the last video, but basically, when asked on the relevant topic, the developer Aatrox compared long-term fans of the franchise leaving to simple housekeeping, and he even compared these long-term fans upset about the recent censorship changes to dirty socks that have been sitting in the corner of the room, and they are now finally leaving. Yes, very, very bad look for a developer when they're talking about their long-term fans. And of course, a little bit of an update here since that video went live. The developer Aatrox has privated his Twitter account, of course, to avoid legitimate criticism that he should be receiving for these comments. And I don't know what it is recently with every single person being covered in these videos immediately privating all of their social media accounts, like as if that's not the most cowardly thing to do. Like, also, you have over 20,000 followers and you're doing this stuff. Like, you're not some tiny innocent account who just got like bullied by Mr. Beast or something. Like, I think you can stand up for yourself when you have 21,000 followers on Twitter. And you know, you're acting so hard in your Discord DMs, talking about your fans, and all of a sudden, when they get exposed, you immediately retreat into hiding. But nonetheless, before we get into the latest development, I want you guys to look at this screenshot. I'm going to even zoom in here so you can see a little bit better. This was the last screenshot I have of the negative reviews before they were pulled by Steam. Now, for context, this isn't a screenshot I grabbed from Twitter. This is my screenshot that I took on my own Steam account. I took this around midnight, the night before I released my latest video, which came out 2 days ago. And between that moment of the screenshot and when the video went live, these 5,492 mostly negative reviews have vanished. Now, you're probably wondering what happened. Well, here it is. Someone updated with the most recent screenshot of the Skullgirls reviews. And as you can see, all of those negative reviews are gone. Now, the most recent reviews, 50 of them, and they're very positive. And of course, they have a little asterisk next to them. So that was very generous of Steam to do that to show us that something isn't natural here. But you're probably asking, well, how and why did this happen? Well, I think the why is very obvious, that Skullgirls wanted all these negative reviews removed. But this is something that Steam has had on the table for several years. I believe it was 2019 when they made this announcement, where they said that they will hold the right to remove off-topic review bombs from overall game review scores. Now, they'll still be available, but you have to do an extra option. But basically, they hold the right to remove any views they think are off-topic review bombs. Now, of course, that is very open-ended. What exactly is an off-topic review bomb? Well, predictably, a lot of companies have taken advantage of this wording to just remove any negative reviews on their games, right? One man's review bomb is another man's fair criticism, okay? And for these companies, anything negative is a review bomb and it's off topic. And as this user and many others have pointed out, there is an option where you can go into your Steam account and view these reviews that are being hidden by this mechanism that Steam uses. However, most people don't know about this, and also it's just odd that you have to go this extra step to see legitimate negative reviews on a product. It's just an unnecessary step, and it's weird that someone has to do this to see full reviews. Not to mention that a lot of the negative reviews that have been held away by this mechanism are actually deleted. They are gone. Okay, a lot of them are in fact gone. They're not just hidden, they are gone. And the proof is in the pudding here about this whole off-topic review bomb. This analytics here of the mostly negative recent reviews, when it was around 5,500, right around when I took my screenshot, really tells us that this was not your typical review bomb, okay? So you can see right around the date that this censorship patch was announced, there was a big spike around a couple hundred the first day and around 1,000 the next day for a total of maybe like 1,600 negative reviews. And that's predictable, obviously, given their announcement. But look what happened over the next 2 weeks. There was a steady growth of mostly negative reviews. It wasn't like it all happened day one and Skullgirls woke up the day after their announcement and had 5,500 mostly negative recent reviews. This happened over 2 weeks at a steady pace where several hundred new reports were being made each day. So this wasn't some big review bomb conspiracy. This was just negative feedback and a natural response to a major change to the core aspects of a 10-plus-year-old game. Now, unfortunately, it is now getting the opposite treatment. Skullgirls is now getting positive bombed, if you will. Basically, people are going in and trying to make comments to boost up this game, typical bootlicking behavior here. And true to this tweet, they're really not sending their best. Let's just read some of these reviews. Saying right here, the first one, Coomers can go F themselves. This game is still great. And you see a lot of just like very blank, basic, almost bot-like replies. I like playing this game. Is this game fun? Yes, absolutely. Am I good at this game? No. Still fun though. This review right here, Eliza. Are these off topic? Is this not an off topic review? Is this not an off topic review? You know what I mean? It's the double standards here, but we'll look at some more. This game is good and fun. I mean, I can hear the robotics moving here. Like, that doesn't seem like a real comment. Same here. This game rocks, and I hate neckbeard so much. Still recommend it. Good game. People who have recently been review bombing it are just weirdos. God forbid the developers remove a panty shot of a character who is 16. Some of you guys need to have your hard drives checked by the FBI. Yes, very on-topic reviews here. And also, as usual with all these kinds of comments about the FBI needing to be called on the people upset about the reviews, you're still playing the game, and you played it when it had this fan service, so what does that make you exactly? Also, there's still a level of fan service in the game. They didn't remove everything, they removed most, but there's still some fan service aspects in here, and you're consuming it. So, if anyone's getting their hard drive checked, it would be you as well. Like, it's self-owned, but nonetheless, speaking of fake and disingenuous reviews, I want to point out this screenshot in particular. I think this is very important. I've seen this spread all over Twitter recently, and my apologies, I couldn't get this initial response before they privated their account. But basically, they did something that a lot of antis are doing right now, and they're posting this specific review, this specific negative review, and saying that it's proof that it's simple review bombs by people who aren't fans of Skullgirls and haven't actually played it. What they do is they crop out this second paragraph that provides pretty much all of the context for this review, and they post this first paragraph, which shows only 0.3 hours on record. So basically they say, oh, look at this negative review. It's just proof that all these people are review bombing and aren't actually consuming the game. However, if you have the full screenshot, it includes this second paragraph where this user says they've been playing the game since they were a teenager, and that they even went out of their way to purchase this game on Steam when they already had it just because they wanted to support this franchise they love so much. That is the additional context these antis don't want anyone else seeing, and it really just blows up in their face. So if you see anyone posting this review as proof that these were just fake review bombs, make sure you give them the full context. And as usual, what do they do when they're faced with reality? Well, they private their accounts just like everyone else in this scenario, huh? But yes, of course, you probably predicted this as well. A lot of people have been celebrating this removal of fair negative reviews because apparently this big corporation needs a lot of protecting from weirdos on Twitter. So this user said, apparently Steam now has a system in place that detects when suddenly a huge influx in reviews appear out of nowhere from people with almost no time in the game, and they automatically delete those reviews. Good on you, Steam. Yeah, good on you, Steam. Thanks for removing a mechanism that is crucial to your platform where people can actually get real feedback on games. And this person just saying that's like a recent thing that they added. Steam's been doing this for years. Like, you're telling me you have no idea about this stuff if you believe this is a new thing. And yeah, the unbelievable levels of bootlicking for this corporation for removing products that people paid for, it's unbelievable. This tweet has 44,000 likes. Again, knowing these people, it might be botted, but nonetheless, the fact that anyone feels like this is some huge win and they'll gladly lick the boots of a corporation just because they want to get an own on people who paid for a fan service game, who are now upset about fan service being removed from that fan service game. Like, please, these people are the most joyless individuals you'll ever see on the internet, and it's not surprising that they would immediately start bootlicking Steam the second they hide actual useful reviews from consumers. But nonetheless, this whole situation is quite a bummer. And as we saw, this has not been a random review bomb overnight. This has been a steady feedback loop from angry customers and fans of this franchise over the course of weeks since their big announcement that removed fan service from Skullgirls. And hopefully this is the last update. I don't really know what else could happen at this point, but they've been proving me wrong every time. They come out with some new terrible update that makes them look even more guilty and bad as a company. And if they do, you know I'll be covering. So that's going to do it for this video. I appreciate you guys listening. And yeah, leave all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.